Welcome into part 2 of the Ultimate SpongeBob Character Bracket. If you didn't tune into part 1, make sure you go check it out. That's who's going to be competing against the winner of this bracket in the finals at the end of this video. Bailey, how are we feeling?
If you haven't watched part 1 of this tournament, go ahead and go back and watch that. We crowned a finalist for our first half of the bracket, and we're going to duke out the second one.
All right, starting off first matchup, we got two nobodies, so this is up to you.
I think it's really strength in numbers here. It's a 3v1. Yeah. Maybe illegal in this competition, but I'll let it slide. I like it.
4v1.
Good strategy.
Okay, 4v1.
Golden State Warriors, strength in numbers.
Ho, 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 ho. Now, this is a big one. Not because the guy on the left is a somebody. He's not. But I could see this dude from the SpongeBob movie making a little bit of a run. You know who this is?
I don't know who either of them are.
Okay, so the dude on the right, SpongeBob movie, he saved SpongeBob. He's got, like, the really sharp boots. And he, like, steps on something to save SpongeBob. I think he's after SpongeBob, maybe.
It sounds heroic. I don't think you remember anything heroic or iconic about the other character.
Yeah.
Let's go with him.
Next up, we got one of the Vikings, and is this Karen? I think this is Karen. It looks like
Karen. You know, Karen's one of those individuals that will go into enemy territory. She's seen at the Krusty Krab right here. She's doing a lot for the Chum Bucket. What do you think?
And look at the dude on the right. He knows something's going on, but he's not going to question.
I don't want to disrespect Vikings here, but I can't disrespect Karen.
Oh, the guy on the left's from Leif Erikson's day. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Don't lie.
I'm still going to go with Karen here.
All right, next up, we got the chocolate girl versus the guy. What's this guy's name? The pirate that starts off all the shows. This is a great matchup.
I feel like everyone knows who this guy is, but they don't really know the name.
Yeah.
Very influential. Absence creates importance and significance for him. Only comes around every once in a while. This is an easy one for me.
You going dog on the chocolate girl, though?
I have a lot of respect for the chocolate girl, but someone's got to win.
She's one of the biggest memes of SpongeBob history.
I just think she's washed. I don't know. You know, now that you mention that, maybe this is better of a matchup than I thought. What do you think?
I would have went with the chocolate girl. I don't hate it either way because they're both pretty iconic.
Well, maybe it's our first upset. Let's go with the chocolate girl then.
Chocolate girl. What in the world?
Yes! Yes! She got it up. Is that Patrick's sister, dog? Yo, she kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Patrick's sister versus Squidward's sister.
Females, Squidward's sister versus Patrick Star's sister. I didn't even know that. You know,
crazy, bro.
Squidward's sister looking crazy too. I love women with big noses. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you. But the one on the left's a unit, bro. Like that's D1 babies.
Yeah, definitely more importance in a relationship for the future for that.
And she got a push-up bra, but I still feel like, you know, she kind of got it going on.
Yeah, she got that thing on her for sure.
Next matchup, we have the serial killer. What is this guy's name? He's, like, out to kill SpongeBob in one of the episodes. And he's, like, finally gets him alone. He's like, yeah. Am I yapping?
I think so, and I think this is not a hard matchup at all. I think... Is it Pearl here? Is that her name?
No. What is Mrs. Puff.
Miss Puff. Wait, is Pearl a character in SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I'm not editing that out.
Oh, that's fine.
Pearl is the whale.
Pearl is the whale, that's right. I got you.
All right,
well, two big body characters, so I got them confused.
We'll go with
Miss Puff, she got her clipboard when she was teaching SpongeBob how to drive. She risked her life so that SpongeBob could get a license. So.
She's so annoying, though. Oh, next matchup we got...
This is a bubble, right?
Jeffrey Dahmer versus the Dirty MFing Bubble, bruh.
Dirty Bubble has done some damage in SpongeBob.
The top tier Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy villain, in my opinion.
You don't have to like him, but you definitely got to put respect on his name. This man cannot be a first round exit. It's impossible.
I might be capping. This might be Bubble Bass.
Yo, I'm so glad that you are mistaken on your SpongeBob characters because you come across as a SpongeBob nerd.
If you guys didn't watch episode 1, part 1, go check it out. I was referring to a character as Bubble Bass the whole time, and I think this might actually be Bubble Bass. But let me know if this is him or if the guy in the last episode was.
Definitely go back and watch part 1 for sure.
Either way, we're going to go with the Dirty Bubble. Nope, sorry. That computer was not Karen.
That was Karen's brother.
That's Karen. And that's the Gorilla Man.
This is the real question. Why are there so many robots functioning underwater? It doesn't make sense.
That's a great point.
But at the same time, that's what makes SpongeBob so amazing because it doesn't make sense.
And there's a gorilla under... Well, I guess that's a gorilla costume. Wasn't Patrick in the gorilla costume?
Maybe that's Sandy Cheek's alternate astronaut suit?
I don't even know, but we're going with Karen for sure.
Two very respective characters here. Still not a matchup. We know the winner.
Is that actually Patrick with a nose?
That is looks maxing Patrick. Let me ask you something.
Looks maxing Patrick.
Am I sim for looks matching or is Edge and Goated?
Edge and Goated.
Edge and Goated.
Save your Riz for Baby Gronk and Livy Dunn. We're going with Mermaid Man.
Easy. Wanna be off-brand Sandy Cheeks. What are we doing
Sandy
here?
What is that? Is Girl Scout? Girl Scout Sandy Cheeks?
What kind of animal is that?
Sandy is clapping those cheeks, first of all.
No comment there, but I agree.
Next up, I want to say this is Bubble Boy. Also, go look back at part 1. I was thinking another character was Bubble Boy, and I think this might actually be Bubble Boy, so let me know which one is actually Bubble Boy.
I love the fact that we act like we know what we're talking about, but the deeper we get into SpongeBob, we understand we don't know nothing about SpongeBob.
Yeah. Even though the shark has a nasty 4-pack, I got to go with Bubble Man, Bubble Boy. Yo! Wait. Wasn't she a character in part 1? SpongeBob's mom versus Squidward.
That is not SpongeBob's
on
mom.
a darkness
Wait.
retreat?
Yes, it is SpongeBob's mom.
Nope, it's his grandma. It's his grandma.
Very more beat up and washed than the other Scrub Daddy parents.
Yeah, and she makes good cookies, bro. I always wanted those cookies from that episode.
Yeah, honestly, before we pick, though, I do think we should mention this is Squidward at full potential enlightenment. This is Rizzy Squidward with the clarinet. This is what he
Definitely,
wants to be.
Ayahuasca Squidward, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What do you think? I'll give it to you.
I want grandma,
For sure.
you know, just because she kind of a gilf.
Most definitely.
Next up, we got some iconic characters. Patrick versus the king's wife or princess. I think it's princess of... I'm yapping.
How do you know this?
This girl she wanted Patrick. In the one episode, it's in the movie. She wanted Patrick so bad, and she was like, yo, Patrick, I can see your underwear. And Patrick was like, I know.
Wah.
That's why he's winning.
Man.
Patrick got that Riz stick.
Oh, of course.
All right, so we got an iconic character here, and then we got Squidward. So,
Too easy. It's too easy. We can't. Squidward's not a first round exit.
yeah, it's too easy. 3 monkeys.
He just beat out a 3v1. Shout out Squidward, man. Is that Chocolate Man? Crazy Chocolate Man?
I think that's Crazy Chocolate Man.
This is the first rare SpongeBob NPC character I recognized. I know my SpongeBob enough.
Yeah, and he's not being baby.
Classic character.
Yeah, now this is another classic one. I don't know who homeboy on the left is, but Doodle Bob. Who's touching Doodle Bob?
No one is touching Doodle Bob. This is a championship contender.
Yeah, Minoy. Yo, next up we got, it looks like Plankton's grandma versus, is that the cat from Tom and Jerry?
It looks like it.
Okay, I don't know.
It looks like he went underwater and realized there's no air down in Bikini Bottom, and he's starting to lose his life.
I think probably I'm going to go with Plankton's grandma, just because she looks like she kind of got some energy left.
She's so bad.
Shoot.
Man, more baddies. I love this part too. I love it. This is a great part too.
I recognize this girl on the left. I don't remember what she does exactly, but I know homegirl on the right, and that's Pearl, if I've ever seen a Pearl.
Yo, people think Pearl's this nice, innocent girl. She be getting freaky sometimes.
Low key. Yeah.
Pearl be talking super freaky to SpongeBob. He be trying to get at Squidward.
Yo, Elvin and the Chipmunks under what? See, this is how I know that they just ran out of ideas in the later seasons. Versus Squilliam's Squig My Pants.
No way you know that.
You got on the right?
Yeah, that's his name?
Squilliam's Squig My Pants? Something like that. It's Squilliam for sure.
You're a nerd. Have you ever had a conversation with a woman before?
Next question.
Me neither.
We got the guy who does restaurant reviews, I think, when the Krusty Krab switches over to a different restaurant. Kind of psychotic, but I at least know who that is. Guy on the right, no idea.
I think these two guys are friends, and it's sad to see them match up so early. I think they've definitely done acid together somewhere in the Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, guy on the left can't see which way he's looking right now, so you don't have the answer to that. I don't know who... Is that Mr. Krabs?
That is definitely Mr. Krabs.
No, I think it's... Isn't it like...
Cousin?
Cousin, something.
Yeah.
You know who homeboy on the right is?
Looks like a pickle.
That's Kevin.
Kevin?
Kevin the Pickle.
Yo. Kevin the Pickle, he's got it.
He's got it.
I see it.
He's got it.
He's got people around him. He has energy that people love. Kevin, sleeper for sure.
All right, we got news reporter Fish versus Mr. Krabs as there's a deep drive to left field by Castellanos. It will be a home run, making this a 4-0 ball game. He homered when Trump got shot the other day. You can't tell me Nick Castellanos isn't goated. He always does it.
He homered when Trump got shot?
Yeah, he always does it. He always homers during bad moments.
Shout out Nick, man.
Yeah, we'll go with the Krabby here. Hey guys, you know what the secret? Just a little tidbit. I'll let y'all know on a little secret. You know the Krabby Patty secret formula? You know what the secret formula is,
Right. What is it?
Crab meat. That's what the secret is. That's why it tastes so good. They're eating crab.
And that's why Mr. Krabs doesn't want to admit that he's a cannibal.
And there's no other crabs in the area.
Makes sense, but they never run out. How does that work? So he's a serial killer.
Yeah, I think he gets it imported.
So Mr. Krabs is Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically. If he liked Mel Krabs.
Starting to understand why kids my age in grade school weren't allowed to watch the show. And their parents are just soft.
Yeah, I agree. Their parents. If you can't watch SpongeBob, like if you're one of these kids watching this YouTube video and you can't watch SpongeBob because your parents won't let you, maybe tell your parents to grow up. And the Cupcheck approved this message.
When kids weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob growing up, in middle school they just watched Jake Paul instead, and it was worse for them.
I agree.
So
I agree. So next round we got Santa Claus versus Squidward as a girl again.
She's so bad.
She is bad. Yeah,
I love her hair.
Yeah,
She's rocking the bangs, got that huge forehead.
We might need to touch grass.
You know what Kevin Gates said? The reason he loves Rihanna so much is because of that
stomach.
Big forehead. You talking crazy to me? Kiss you on your forehead.
Kiss you on your
Who you
forehead.
talking to? Who you talking to like that?
I said, please let this woman car battery start.
May God murder my children.
May God murder my children. Shout out Kevin, bro. Yo, we got looks maxing mermaid dude versus Sensei. Oh, this is the guy from there was a karate challenge that SpongeBob had to get to the top of the building or something and complete all these challenges, and this was the guy at the top.
Mermaid, half man, maybe going through transgender. I don't know.
He is half man, half maid.
Yeah, and just because of that, may seem like he's going through a lot of identity crisis. Yeah. I think this person on the right, I've never seen him, but he looks like he's secure in who he is.
Yeah, he dug him for sure.
And he's outdoors. You could see the background of the sky. Got to get some sun. Got to get outdoors. What that mean? So many fine characters. I wish I noticed all of these beautiful women in the show, but it's money. I mean, how much money she got? Like, show a money spread if you really like that, you know?
If you really like that, show the money spread on the snap. Hey, free game tip for all the homies out there. If you put a money spread on your Snapchat story, the shorty's going to love that, bro. I promise. And then film a video of you, like, singing with music, showing the money spread and, like, point a gun at the camera. They love that, bro. I promise.
For sure. And then definitely make sure your ones are hidden behind the $20 bills so it looks like they're $20 bills, but they're really ones. Free game.
And then post another video of you smoking a J on Snap. They love that, bro.
Because if you smoke on camera, that means you're cool.
Yeah.
And you're just very unique. It does.
Should we make a dating podcast episode?
I think we should make a whole video giving young men growing up game on how to get women because we're so good at getting women, aren't we?
Apparently, because we're sexualizing cartoon characters.
Yeah. We're down very bad.
We'll go with the money spread.
Wow. Okay, before you pick it, you just picked it.
Sorry.
Big upset here. One of the first upsets of the bracket. That's okay, you picked it. Upsets happen.
Yeah.
It's got to happen. But flamethrower versus money? Have you ever seen The Dark Knight when Joker lit up all that money?
Yo, that is one of the most badass scenes of all time.
But guess what? Money Girl rizzed him up, and he didn't use that flamethrower, and she won. So shout out. W Riz.
Shout out. We have the God guy. I can't remember what his name is. This is the guy whose wife I was talking about earlier. This is
Poseidon?
Poseidon. Okay, we got Poseidon versus...
I just know my Greek mythology. I saw the trident.
The trident.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know, girl on the left needs to probably control herself because she's low-key sliming up the place. So.
She walking around with all that gap is all over the floor.
Hey, if I saw a big muscle Poseidon, I probably would be sliming too.
What does Poseidon have in common with all the Greek gods? He's like Zeus. He can't keep it in his pants. He'll do it with anyone.
Percy Jackson.
I see Grandma Worm raising him up. Is this Snail without a shell? I don't know. She's kind of slimy, maybe musty. I think Poseidon still gets it done.
Oh, he gets it done.
He gets it done. What is this?
I don't know what we got going on here. Another big nose. Whoever writes SpongeBob, the characters, they love big noses. And I can kind of agree.
I agree.
Versus, oh, this is Patrick's pet rock.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
Rock. Wow.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here on the left. I've definitely seen the guy on the right in an episode. Don't really remember what it... Oh! I can never tell if a character is like a version of a character or if it's a total different character.
Let me say this. It looks like SpongeBob watched American Psycho, really enjoyed Patrick Bateman and that personality trait. I'm sad to see him go through this much change in identity and who he is, but that's what makes SpongeBob amazing. Yeah. I like this side of SpongeBob.
Yeah, and the dude on the left, I wouldn't even be able to tell you it was a SpongeBob character. All right, round two, we got the guy with the spiky shoes versus the four-way on the left.
4v1, he's still winning.
He's stomping them.
He's stomping them.
He's curb stomping them, Seth Rollins style. Off-brand Karen versus Chocolate Girl. Now that I know it's not Karen, I feel like this is an easier.
She's been
lucky she got through the first round.
Seriously, big
Fraud.
upset. Oh my goodness, am I so glad to see you again.
Wow.
2 baddies. 2 big heavyweight contenders, pun intended.
Definitely pushing the 225 margin here. A lot of meat going on. A lot of manly men slapping meat, as I like to say. Mrs. Puff can expand to be even bigger. But I low-key feel like I don't even know Patricia Starr's height. I just know that she is slapping Mrs. Puff around.
It's a great point. It's a great point.
And Miss Puff's annoying too. Let's go with the baddie. Oh, the dirty bubble and Karen. 2 ultra villains here.
Very sophisticated characters here. This is a great matchup. I'm probably going to have to go with the dirty bubble here because he can do things that are past the limits of technology.
Yeah, do you know who the dirty bubble is, like in the SpongeBob world? It's actually a human that just went underwater and farted.
That makes so much sense. There's so much power to that.
Legendary matchup here, Mermaid Man and Sandy clapping cheeks. Who you got?
This is sad to see them match up because I think maybe, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but maybe Mermaid Man is a distant cousin of Sandy Cheeks.
Really? What gives you that thought?
Just because I think Mermaid Man would mate with a lot of different beings, and he might have just done it with a squirrel one day.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Mermaid Man and why he's wearing a bra.
Think about it. What is Sandy Cheeks? Half human, half squirrel.
No, she's not.
She's wearing a human astronaut suit. Yes, she is.
What? She's a squirrel in a suit.
Yeah, but it's a human that walks and talks and has a brain and wears an astronaut suit and stands on 2 legs, not 4.
No. When they go above water, in the episode they go above water, she takes her suit off and she climbs like a squirrel.
All 4s?
Yes. And it's a real squirrel.
I'll give it to you.
I'm going with Sandy Cheeks here. Really good matchup here. We got Bubble Boy. I'm pretty sure this is actually Bubble Boy and Grandma Squarepants.
Yeah, I think bubbles are really crazy because they can multiply and make more bubbles. So I think that's why we're running into so many different bubbles.
I think every organism can do that.
I think this grandma knows how to pop bubbles. She knows how to bake cookies, probably has a lot of skill, a lot of experience.
Yeah. But
I have to go with Mama.
Really?
Or is it Grandma?
You're going with Grandma over Bubble Boy? That's okay.
I think there's just more experience here, honestly.
Okay. More depth, maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Now we're cooking. On
this
the same
is hard.
Corner of the bracket, too, is crazy. I don't think this is hard. I think one of these men is clearly more intelligent than the other. I think one of these men clearly has more going on upstairs and downstairs, if you know what I mean, with the ladies. I think Patrick Star walks away with this.
I'm okay with that. Ignorance is bliss. Patrick Star doesn't understand a lot, but he enjoys life.
He does.
And that's the most important thing about life.
Squidward doesn't. We got Chocolate Man versus Himonoi Minoi.
Two crazies. Who's more crazy?
I think Doodle Bob's more crazy, bro. He will kill someone.
He is strategically crazy.
He's a
Chocolate Man is just crazy.
Yeah. He's crazy for Coco, and we all kind of have that going on at some point, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Plankton's grandma with the perm, and we got Pearl Krabs.
I hate making these decisions because I just want them both at the same time. This is all you, Nate. I can't decide. I can't.
We're going to go with the bigger of two evils, literally. And we'll go with Pearl. Yo, Squilliam Squig My Pants versus Cross-Eyed Dude. Lock in, Bailey. Squilliam Squig My Pants, Cross-Eyed Dude. I low-key am feeling like Cross-Eyed Dude is psychotic. And Squilliam's got it going on.
Is the psychotic a strength?
I don't think so. Because, like, low-key, you know who the one on the right reminds me of? Angel Reese. It's the eyes.
It's the eyes.
Yeah.
Wide eyes, beautiful wide eyes.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Squilliam here. I think he's too intelligent,
Too easy.
too versatile.
Kevin!
Yo, Kevin the Pickle versus Mr. Krabs.
I could see Kevin going on a run. He just ran into Mr. Krabs. Wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time. You can't mess with the best. All right, we got two absolute NPCs. How did they make it this far? I don't know. Fact of the matter is, one is a baddie.
This is a situation where someone is so independent on their own that they don't talk to anyone. I think when this guy runs across this beauty, he may fall in love and get taken advantage of.
Yep.
Sleeper?
Sleeper. All right, we got Miss Money versus Poseidon. Two greens, hashing it out. What do you think about this one?
I think Miss Money should have lost in round 1, but now that I think about this matchup, maybe she takes advantage of Poseidon for money.
You think Poseidon needs money?
That's a good point.
Come on, man.
Poseidon doesn't need money.
Poseidon only needs one thing, and it's Percy Jackson's mother. Patrick's Pet Rock and SpongeBob in an Identity Crisis.
SpongeBob loves rocks. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
It's a rock.
Quote. Does the rock win? I like the rock here.
I like the rock here, as much as I don't like Dwayne the Rock.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Because he just won 2 rounds.
Do you know that was Booker T's catchphrase originally, and he stole it?
Very Dwayne Rock the Johnson of him.
Very, yeah, and he steals everything, bro. Like, the bald head, you know, he's got the big head, tries to say he doesn't roid. I'm not really rocking with the rock.
Very overrated.
Next up, we got Sharp Boot Guy from the movie and Chocolate Girl / guy / thing.
This is interesting because we got a hero here, right?
Yeah.
Does he have it in him to destroy an old woman?
I think he does because he's kind of like an anti-villain.
Yes.
Anti-hero.
Let me contain myself.
Yo, we got 2 dirty characters, if you know what I mean. Dirty Bubble and Patricia.
As much as it pains me to say this, I have to let her go.
Have to let her go.
You got to.
Are you gonna be comfortable with that?
No, but it's the right thing to do.
It is. So long as if you love it, let it go.
It's true. Ooh.
All right, we got Sandy Cheeks and Grandma Squarepants. I think this one's really easy. I don't know how you feel about this.
It is really easy, but I can see the possibility of an upset here. I don't think today, though.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today, Satan. This is an elite matchup. Patrick, Star, Doodle Bob. This is tough for me. I honestly don't want to make the decision.
I will make the decision here, and I will explain.
Okay.
And this is going to make a lot of people mad.
Okay.
This is a one-on-one matchup, Patrick Star versus Doodle Bob.
Yep.
The only person who can beat Doodle Bob is SpongeBob, and SpongeBob is not here in this matchup. It's Patrick versus Doodle Bob, and Doodle Bob's going to beat Patrick. I'm sorry.
That's tough, man. Patrick. Whew. We got Pearl Krabs versus Squilliam Squeak My Pants.
If Squig My Pants takes my girl, I swear.
Pearl is better than Squiggy.
I don't have much pieces on my roster left. We got to save what we got.
Okay. Well, this is one on your roster that's about to get cooked.
I think Mr. Krabs definitely got that Riz.
Yeah. He cooking her, bro.
I think also there's not too many female interaction anymore at this age for Mr. Krabs at this point in his life in this TV show. I see them hitting it off, but who's going to be the man in the relationship? Not her.
Yeah,
it's Mr. Krabs.
It's Mr. Krabs.
Got to go with Mr. Krabs.
Poseidon versus Patrick's Pet Rock. This one I could see going either way, not because they're both elite, but just because they're both kind of a 7 out of 10 for me.
I don't know what's telling me this. I don't know who's telling me this, but The Rock somehow makes it out.
Wasn't Poseidon then, telling you that.
It's true.
We got the embodiment of a villain and an anti-hero here. Who would you say you want to go with?
I got to go with the man who's fighting for the greater good, but when I say that, it's really hard because who's more powerful here?
How are you going to kill a bubble?
As much as a good person this guy probably is and a hero, what are his capabilities? I see way more capabilities in this fart bubble.
Yeah, can you stop a bubble? I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's going to make 2 bubbles, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. Yo, we got Sandy Cheeks versus Doodle Bob. This one is honestly not as hard for me as the last one.
I agree. I think I know what we're thinking here. Go
Doodle
ahead.
Bob goes ahead.
Yep.
Too powerful. Oh, father-daughter matchup. Someone explain to me how that's biologically possible in the comments. Oh, I accidentally just clicked.
Big upset. Nate accidentally picked Mr. Krabs here.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing who has most control over Mr. Krabs is his daughter.
Yeah.
Big upset.
Yeah.
Mr. Krabs low-key's...
He paid me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Mr. Krabs paid Nate off, and
5 cents.
he's moving on.
Yeah. I don't know who homeboy on the right is, but...
Listen, everyone's got a plan until they get hit in the face with a rock. Rock is cooking. Cinderella run?
You smell what the rock is cooking?
I'm starting to smell it.
All right, Doodle Bob versus the Bubble.
Whoa.
2 characters that are very tough to destroy. I have no idea. Oh, man. I low-key feel like Doodle Bob, even though he's not as much of a known villain as the Dirty Bubble, I feel like he's more villainous.
This can go either way. Anyone can win here.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you.
I gotta go Doodle Bob. One of my favorite episodes.
It's great.
Okay, Mr. Crab barely snuck by last round. Now he's got to go against a true contender, Patrick's Pet Rock.
Listen here. People don't understand how much power The Rock holds. Why is this? This has been a 2v1 for The Rock the whole time. Whose hand is in the picture holding The Rock up?
Oh, that's a good point.
Patrick Star got eliminated earlier. He's still in this thing.
Yep. And Patrick's hands, although very dirty, as some episodes show, they definitely do some work.
What's going to happen to Mr. Krabs' shell if he gets hit by a rock?
It's a good point. All right, in the semis, we got Doodle Bob versus Patrick's rock. I can't do it.
This is so hard for me. It's really hard. I didn't think The Rock would make it past round 1, but the more I look into it, I notice Patrick Starr's hand. Patrick Star is out for revenge, Nate.
Yeah, Doodle Bob took him out.
Who eliminated Patrick Star?
Oh my gosh, bro. This is a soap opera, I swear.
Patrick Star is back with vengeance. Give me The Rock.
Let's go. Oh, he's the winner. Oh. In the finals. So our winner from part 1 was Gary the Snail by a landslide.
Who would have thought The Rock would make it to the finals?
It's an underdog story. It's a Cinderella run.
I never thought it'd be possible, but that's the beauty in competition.
Right. And just hear me out here. I think we know who's going to win this as far as like who's more of an iconic character. Right?
Yeah.
One of them is making a difference on episodes. They actually neither of them are verbal. One of them is in all the pictures. If you look at any SpongeBob cartoon picture, they're there, right? And that's The Rock.
And let me say this. The most powerful man in the room is the one who speaks the least. Gary the Snail speaks. He meows.
Oh, yeah.
And he be yapping more than The Rock.
He be yapping.
Who has more power?
Hey, and you saw Gary in that episode, he broke his shell. What was he? Nothing.
And
that rock, you throw that rock, you get Paul Skeens, hum that rock at Gary, cracks the shell. We go to the Shell Emporium. We knock down all the shells.
Oh my
goodness. So we can't get Gary a new shell?
This is legendary. This is crazy. I'm seeing what's going on right here, but I have to let you do it because I'm too scared.
Okay. I'll do it.
Just do it.
I'll do it.
The Rock wins champion of the SpongeBob Ultimate Bracket Challenge. We have The Rock. Thank you for watching part 2 of the Ultimate SpongeBob Tournament Bracket Challenge.
Let us know who your favorite SpongeBob character is, and if you're a bigger SpongeBob nerd than me, because Bailey's making me feel like I may be one.
You are, for sure.
Okay. And make sure to drop a subscribe on the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. We're going to post any type of content that you want us to make, so make sure you go down in the comments, let us know what you want to see next. We'll see you next time
on the Cupcheck.